functions.
Welcome to Wild and Weird Radio Live. I'm Ron. That's Joe. Oh, yep, there we are. Now we're back where we normally are. And that's Doomsday Dave over there on the right, bringing it in. This is Wild and Weird Radio Live. This is going to be a fun little show tonight, just to let you all know if you haven't been here. This is our live version of the podcast. This is kind of how it rolls now. Basically, we're going to talk about some stuff and you're going to weigh in on it because you're part of the conversation. You're part of the discussion and you may as well be heard. But before we get into all that nonsense, I am going to start our goal up here. And if you don't know what the goal is not us begging for money, by the way. It is a little incentive to keep things going around here because everything pretty much is done because of you guys.
And essentially, when the goals are met, it guarantees some form of strange new media. And the goal can be met literally with any dollar amount.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever
absolutely.
the minimum dollar amount is, that's, hey, we get 10 of those, that gets it.
Sure does.
So,
and without saying any more, I am starting the goal right now. 10. And that's 2 hours to reach it. So just to break that down to you, you do not have to pay anything, by the way.
Oh, 100%.
All you got to do is hit the share button. That's how you pay. So, you can do that too. Every little bit helps us to get the word out. And we got a lot to get out. And if you may have not noticed, yes, this hurts.
Yeah. And it's somehow swollen more over the last couple of days, which is what's crazy.
Yeah. I took a spill a couple of days ago and hurt myself pretty good. It was fun. A lot of fun. And landed straight on my face. So face and elbows.
Good. All right. Let's get these folks greeted in.
Get these folks in. Get them in.
Winner of last week's book drawing. By the way, you should have yours. There's a federal holiday tomorrow. So given an account, they said it was going to take 7 to 10 days. So expect it like between Monday and Thursday, according to their timeline. Because this book went far.
Did it?
Then we've got Bonnie Blue, what's going on? Enzo's in the house. Donna Ho, Teresa, what's up? We've got Brenda Ratliff, Rachie, Linda Sigmund, Stone Maven. Who else?
All kinds of people.
We've got Uvaru in the house. We've got Dave Eggleston. What's going on, brother? It was good to see you last weekend. Oz has made it. Gary. Jen, what's up? Spooky Appalachia. Terry McCullough. We've got Chris in the house. Octopus with at least a few friends. Bonnie Blue. What's going on? Rob Posey. Terry McCullough, if I hadn't already said you. Then I think I did, though. Let's see. I think that we're caught. Ada Cox and Ike the Fob Daddy Fobber. What's going on?
The Fobber's here. Well, that's awesome. Let me put up.
Nice. I dig the background, Dave.
Let's get these.
Is that one of yours?
He's up.
Is that one of yours, Dave?
It is.
That's look at that, folks.
Look, Dave's.
Starbucks Galaxy.
That is awesome.
That's cool, man.
You've
disappeared into it now.
I know. He's one of them.
You're one of them. Way to go, Dave. Way to go.
Says Ron was obviously chasing down a runaway stroller while filming a Tic Tac Orb cloaking attempt and then scanning EMFs when he face planted.
Probably. I was chasing the strange noise. It's true.
Well, guys, it's awesome to see all of you out here this week once again with us here on Wild and Weird Radio Live. 8 o'clock, Wild and Weird Library Fun. You guys are crazy. Y'all not. You think we're joking about that, but we're not joking about that at all.
there's definitely going to be that we're taking X amount every week and putting it back into some form of book. And you guys have started.
This week is going to be another copy of Jordan Booker's book.
Yeah.
And next week is going to be a copy of the Indrid Cold book that was written by Ashley Hilt.
Nice. Very nice.
Super Saiyan Sasquatch. That is amazing.
That's a good
I
one.
love it.
Now that's good. You have to admit that's good.
It is technically the Golden Uzaru.
It really is.
There it is.
Well, anyway, let's kick this thing off. We've got some stuff in the news, but before we get to the news, we did a little thing this past weekend.
Yes, we did.
We did a little thing, right? I had some fun.
We did indeed.
We did. Take us presentation mode. I got a little bit of fun for the folks who might have missed the fun.
There we are.
All right, let me find that video. It is right here, actually. So for you guys who didn't know, we were at Saucers over Appalachia. I think everybody here knows that by now. But if you have never made it, it's a fun little event. Here's just a couple of clips of.
It keeps getting bigger too.
It does.
It's so good.
It was really big. And here's
the bands this year were awesome.
Oh, absolutely. So many stories. We'll talk about that right after this clip. Let's show the clip first.
What's up?
That's good. You think we get closer together, but we're not. Anyway, here we are at the Saucers over Appalachia.
Yes, we have arrived. We're at Saucers over Appalachia. The gates are open. People are moving around.
So here we are. And we'll see what happens later. But right now, the crowd's starting to come in. We've had a lot of good, interesting people so far.
Yeah.
And if you aren't here, be here next year.
Yep.
Right?
Yep, be here next year if you're not here now.
Yeah.
Make it out next year. You won't regret it.
The Dungeon Rose. We make a lot of different things, including some cryptid stuff, but we also make handmade dice, candles, anything RPG, jewelry, all sorts of cute, geeky, and weird stuff.
Dungeon Rose for a reason, baby. These are real rose petals inside the dice. Instantly increase your chances by 14.27% of rolling at least a nat 20.
No, that's probably not true.
Okay, you might roll a 0 and die.
And that's just a little snippet of the fun that ensued out there, because man, was it fun. And so many incredible stories, so many accounts that we got. Incredible.
Yeah, there were a ton of accounts that we got. We did a little remote viewing project the night before and turned up within the first hour, targeted both of the people. And
you might have freaked them out a little bit there, bud. Might have freaked them out a little bit.
Hey, this welcome to high strangeness, right? Like this is just how it do, and it is not uncommon. Anybody can do it. You just have to know how.
Yeah.
But Dave Eggleston said y'all gave a great talk, told folks exactly what they need to know. The data.
The data. There you go, man.
Thank you.
Well, some people are ready for the data, but as you saw that little kid taking off running, that's going to be a lot of people here in a couple of weeks. I think they're going to do what that kid did.
Maybe even tomorrow if we get you released.
It's going to take off running.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, Dave, if we get any kind of information again tomorrow, it'd be interesting.
I'm trying to get this out here.
I'd be surprised if we do. Honestly.
Oh, yeah, it's a federal holiday tomorrow.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So today was their last day of work. If we were going to get anything, it'd have been today. Unless they had it like on
we know that we
a
don't
scheduled
want
release
work on Friday, that we're a holiday,
right?
I think that we're gearing up for July 2nd. I'll be 100% with you
I do
guys.
too.
I think this is the magic day. I think that is going to be your disclosure day. Speaking of disclosure day, you see how I did that? Went and seen the movie. I had a couple of opinions I posted. Some people didn't like my opinions. That's okay. You don't have to like my opinions. But here's
Ron,
the thing.
Your opinion, such a jerk, man.
I know, right?
Terrible
So, so for the people who say they know me, and they've known me for a long time, you know that I don't make a stand unless I know I'm right. And Strange Realities Food Truck Fund. Oh dear God, don't start this. You stop it. So went and seen it. I made some comments, and I'm going to stick by those comments because it wasn't meant for everyone who went and seen it. Okay. It was meant for specific people, the people who were making these posts, bad mouthing a movie they hadn't seen.
And to be specific, they were making posts as if they were in some way significant to,
that's a good way to put it,
to have an authority or a voice over what the quality of a film is.
Joe.
Because it wasn't just the substance of the film, was it, Ron?
No, sir, it was not. It absolutely was not. And I think that that's one of the big issues. You know, of course, you had the people who are running around telling people don't go see it because, you know, the demons will suck your souls out and all this stuff. Complete nonsense, by the way. And, you know, what was really fun about this was that we saw people who were coming forward, people who are out there giving advice on this very topic, on the UFO phenomena, people who are making podcasts and opinions daily on this, who said that they didn't see that this basically had any bearing in reality to modern ufology. That's where I called it out. And yes, it does.
And so this is actually a semi-valid gripe from some people. What Dave is saying here, but when you listen to the director and the screenwriter, this was done on purpose in some cases. Some of the CGI was great. Specifically, when you see the deer and the cardinal,
dude,
it's a little weird because it's a deer clearly and a bird, but its movement isn't quite right. And the proportions aren't exactly right. And people are taking a dump thinking that, they didn't know what a deer looks like. That was done on purpose. It's part of the uncanny valley effect and the whole not deer. Like it looks like a deer, but that's not a deer. Like if you were to see that deer that was CGI'd in the wild, you would immediately know that you'd recognize the silhouette. You would know the shape.
Yeah.
But then you'd look at it and be like, wait, those proportions are a little weird.
Yeah.
Its movement's a little different.
It's a little off.
Just a little off. And that was done on purpose.
Know what a deer looks like.
Right.
What's that, Dave? We can't hear you.
Some will say if you're from West Virginia, you know exactly what a deer looks like, no matter if it's blacked out, whatever it is.
Yeah. But no, that was done on purpose. That's part of the whole high strangeness aspect of this. There were so many cool things in there that as a researcher, I'll stand by it again, as a researcher, a real researcher, someone who's in the field, someone who's in the actual ufology, who's been in it for a long time, is going to just be like, wow, I can't believe they put this in here. And you would get it. The ones who claim to be leads on this, who didn't understand it, outed themselves, in my opinion.
Yeah, you had a few people who specifically have bombshells every week about UFOs, and people who are constantly running the gambit of being a talking head in certain places that criticized the film for the lack of I guess they expected that this was going to be actual disclosure.
Yeah, I think
that somehow Spielberg was given some kind of a federal mandate.
Yeah.
But like it just doesn't. It's a movie.
It's a movie, and we're not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. But I will tell you this: we did do an episode, an actual movie review on this, and it may drop tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. It's cut, it's done, and we had a special guest come on board, and we wanted to do it from an experiencer's and a researcher's point of view. That's something I haven't seen done yet.
How did the CGI whippoorwills look? They were on screen so quick they disappeared, and everyone lost track of them immediately.
There you go, David. But anyway, that'll be dropping, and that will have spoilers. But
Yes.
there's a lot of deep stuff in there, guys. There's a lot of deep stuff.
And-
what there isn't, though, not demons.
Right.
There's no
And
demons.
and one of the things to just say, just pay attention to it. Don't go into the movie thinking it's going to be some massive revelation, because it's not. Especially if you've
Nope.
paid attention to this phenomena for any amount of time. This is nothing that you've not heard.
No.
If you've been listening to Wild and Weird Radio since we started, it's definitely nothing that you've never heard. Like, we've covered every aspect of what was in this movie, literally.
Multiple times.
And yeah. And so it's not like some big, great,
This is accurate.
yes. But see, the critics, some of the critics were UFO people, but like Ron said, they outed themselves as not really understanding the source material.
Yeah. That would be the crux of my post. But, some people wanted to think that, I didn't have the right to talk about it. Yeah, I've got 4
Exactly,
decades.
Gary. It isn't a documentary. What?
Not a
That's what they
documentary.
wanted.
But I've got 4 decades of work, research, firsthand in some cases on this stuff. And I'm more than qualified to talk about this. It's one of the few things on earth I am qualified to talk about, honestly.
His Spielberg and WWF lurker. I wish.
It's really
Right.
struck me though with this movie, like, and this is like the whole point of the conversation. It's really struck me though, because I've not seen it yet. I'm waiting. I might probably go see it next Tuesday. Hopefully.
Loser. You're a
Nice.
loser. You're a loser.
But
You'll
See?
you'll enjoy it. Just go watch it. Watch a movie.
expect it to be disclosure. This is disclosure. It's like, not so far.
It's
not
it's like I said, and I'll say it again. It's like an X-Files episode, and I loved X-Files.
Yeah,
So
it's
I absolutely love the movie. It's entertainment. It is a fictitious story that is set against real world
Bonnie.
current possible events, and you will understand what we mean by that. I'm not going to ruin it, but there's some very big things going on that weren't going on when this movie was made, by the way.
Now Steven Spielberg did one
Octopus
thing.
says, "Kick him out." Talking about Dave.
I'm
And he
going
said, "I haven't seen it either."
Spielberg did one thing though.
what's
And you
that?
can't tell me I'm wrong. E.T. is real. That was a real
Probably.
movie.
I
Probably.
mean, according to a former president,
I mean, Reagan thought it was real.
He's brown, looks like a turtle.
I think so.
maybe that's why I like turtles so much.
Maybe it's possible. It's possible. But yeah,
E.T. was
yeah,
my favorite movie as a kid. Like, I watched it so much that we had to have another copy.
yeah.
And
So-
I would eat Reese's Pieces and
Yeah.
Skittles and M&Ms, like, by getting underneath the I would put them all over top of the kitchen table,
Yeah.
and I would eat them underneath by reaching up, using my finger to drag them under the ledge and eat them one by one.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny. Everybody, let's get this thing shared out, and let's get some traction, because we're getting ready to show some clips, and we're going to start with one that dropped today, believe it or not.
E.T. phone home,
And,
E.T. phone home.
It's kind of relevant, I think. What do you think?
All right, presentation mode.
Yeah, take us presentation mode. Let's kick this thing off.
There we go. What's up? Oh,
Wow.
it was still in there.
What's
Why,
up?
why did
It
that
was still in
start?
the chamber.
That's weird.
That sounded like it came from a scary movie. What's up?
All right.
All right. Anyway, let's go over here. So this was literally today. This broke today. I haven't seen too many people covering it just yet, but we had the vice president talking about aliens again, but something's different now for some
little
reason.
different.
Something's a little different. I don't know, but let's watch it.
Are aliens real? It's interesting.
And real quick, before we go too much further, this is Diary of a CEO. I love this show. I have watched it every episode for the last year. It's a fantastic interview show. And here we go.
The answer is I don't know. It is something that I have sworn to myself. I'm now a year and a half into this job that I would go through all of the highly classified information about everything that we know about UFOs. I just haven't done it yet. It's like one of these crazy things where you get in the job and the day-to-day just takes over. So I haven't done that yet. But I mean, look, I believe in things, and I think that they're true, and I think that they're rational, but I recognize that they're maybe even crazier than the idea that they're extraterrestrial.
So you think they're demons?
Well, look, I think that celestial beings who fly around, who do weird things to people, I think that the desire to describe everything celestial, everything is otherworldly, to describe it as aliens. I mean, every great world religion, including Christianity, the one that I believe in, has understood that there are weird things out there, and there are things that are very difficult to explain. And I naturally go, when I hear about sort of extra natural phenomenon, that's where I go to, is the Christian understanding that, you know, there's a lot of good out there, but there's also some evil out there. And I think that one of the devil's great tricks is to convince people he never existed. I 100% believe that people have mystical experiences, but there are weird things out there that we cannot explain. There are weird moments. I mean, I remember not long after my grandmother died, my sister lost, she didn't really lose her temper, but like got kind of angry with her daughter, and her daughter was, 7 or 8 years old at the time. And like the light bulb just exploded. And both of us looked at each other like, that was mammal. But I think that people have experiences that are impossible to explain if you have a purely narrow, hyper-rational view of the world. And
so he goes on, and I cut this up. Like he just went on and on and on about this. And finally, you'll see what happens.
In other words, I think the hyper-rational view of the world is actually not totally accurate. There's some weird shit out there.
So you think aliens could be real?
I do.
Tone changed.
How about that? Isn't that weird?
Well, like we had talked earlier today, Ron, Dave, you were seeing this stuff too.
Oh yeah.
He is a fresh, like, baby Catholic. He is a fresh convert as of, I think, last year. And he started saying all this stuff off the cuff. I think that he was saying it because he was hearing it.
Yeah.
From people close to the vest. And it's one of these things that we saw recently. The Diocese of Washington and the Diocese in North Carolina both reprimand and demote their exorcists who were saying that these things were demonic.
Yeah.
And this interview is obviously post all of that.
Yeah.
And there was also a very, very public rebuke of these the executive branch and what's going on from the Pope. So with this guy being brand new to their faith, getting a scolding from the top dog, something that's usually reserved for people who've been around a whole lot longer and a lot closer to the leadership roles. But I think that is one of the things that caused him to outwardly convey something different.
It's hard to say. I mean, according to what we've heard, there's been briefings that have gone on at this point. There's other things that are taking place. So maybe he saw something. Who knows? I don't know. There's a good question. Without giving anything away, could the disclosure method in the movie be any way possible in reality? I think it is. I think it is. I think that there are pieces of the puzzle laying around everywhere.
It would be, catastrophic, we'll say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's one version of what could be catastrophic disclosure.
Yeah.
I particularly liked at the very beginning of the video, though, when he asked him the question, he has it's that very awkward, uncomfortable laugh.
Well, it is, because he knows what he said before, and he's like, oh man, do we really got to do this? Okay, I'm going to answer it different this time. So, whatever. But I just thought it was interesting that there was that little flip-flop. And we're going to keep watching it because I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Take us to presentation mode. We have some more stuff, though, that broke. So, on top of that, we have this guy after, doing the whole press conference thing, or the little presser that they did last week, right? We have this guy here who shows up, and he starts talking about some stuff.
That you are a whistleblower on this, and you're very passionate about this, and for good reason. My question is, these files that are being dropped, how confident are you that this administration is going to give us all the information maybe that you're privy to or that you suspect? Do you think we're going to get the real answers on the UAP, UFO, alien activity?
Yeah, thanks, Tommy. I believe the presser we did earlier this week was helping drive that impetus so the administration does release those files. I know Mr. Stephen Miller is very serious about getting to the bottom of this for the president, and certainly the president was briefed on a lot of these matters his first term as well. So certainly seeing good signs. Very interesting files that were released the other day through the third drop. But it's really up to the administration and the cabinet to release a lot of the information I was exposed to. They have the keys to the car, so to speak.
Yeah, they do. But he's been exposed to a lot, right? I mean, that's what we're hearing at this point. Supposedly, this guy has seen some stuff. So what all has he seen? Well, he goes on to talk a little bit about that.
I think we will find out.
Tell us about some that you've seen that defy the ordinary.
I've seen a lot of different interesting anomalous videos where we had, orbs cooler than background temperature moving at 400 knots, things like that. Certainly, like I said in my presser on Tuesday, I did get access to crash retrieval photos and everything. So I've seen the recovered vehicles and everything. So I would say that's probably the most stupendous thing, earth-shattering thing that changed my worldview when I got access to some of that years ago. And I do hope the administration, and I think they will, release that information in a further drop.
So we have a guideline for what may be coming right there.
Yeah, I've seen the crash debris.
I've seen the crash debris, and he's, as mentioned, he's seen other things in those crashes as well.
Yes.
Right? So we do have the possibility that we are going to start talking, as we've said, the next drop is going to have something to do with biologics. It's probably going to be like an autopsy report, something like that. I think. I don't think you're going to get any pictures. Let's put it that way. $10. Oh my God. Thank you guys. Okay. So the next one, he says, okay, here's the next clip from Grush.
I don't want to filibuster Joey here, but I'm very into this.
You got it.
Tell me about these crash sites that you've seen personally.
Yeah, a lot of them looked like what we saw. Some of the reporting dropped on Friday. There was a 1948 memo from the Chief of Naval Operations that discussed the flying disc pandemic that they were having, and they were enlisting help of the Air Force Intelligence Service. A lot of it was lenticular discs. Some was crescent moon shaped. I call it the flattened sunfish. There's a bunch of different morphologies that the U.S. government has recovered, from eggs to discs to crescent moon boomerang type vehicles, and I got a small smattering sample of that of ones that have landed or crashed on the surface of the earth.
I mean, thoughts on this? Everyone, anyone? The room is open.
Dave, what's that sound like to you? He says landed or crashed. What do you think?
Landed or crashed on that. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Dave Grush was talking about the exposure he had to some of this documentation where he has seen images and potentially video, we can assume, of these landed or crashed craft.
I mean,
think he saw Roswell?
I mean, he can't talk about Roswell, guys, so don't.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical whether he really knows much about Roswell. I know he obviously was in intelligence. He knows a lot of stuff, but I feel like Roswell is one of those no-go areas. And unless you're really high up for some, I don't know. I don't have a reason to believe that, but in particular,
it seems that way.
Yeah,
because it seems like you just don't.
Nobody wants to touch.
You just don't talk about Roswell, guys.
Yeah.
It's kind of like someone told him the rules, and it's like, you can say this, you can say that, you can ask this, you can ask that, but don't talk about Roswell.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not joking. It kind of seems that way.
And Chris says,
right, Chris.
I wonder if any insider is sitting on definitive proof and is waiting for the opportune moment to release it. Apparently, according to all these people who sat on the that investigative panel, as well as Grush and a couple other of the whistleblowers, they themselves have provided said definitive proof to be seen. And Tim Burchett has himself seen definitive proof in his words. Yeah. And he said that he believes that if it shouldn't be withheld from the rest of the world, and that he thinks that we can handle it.
Yeah. And as far as definitive proof goes, as I understand, Mr. Corbell has arranged a drop if it doesn't go the way that they want it to go. There's over 100 different journalists out there who have the information right now, and they're just waiting for the signal, and you can't stop it all. So there's some stuff that's going to be coming down. I just don't know what it is at this point. Catastrophic disclosure or controlled descent at this point. I think we're looking at a controlled descent. I'll be 100% with you.
That's what we're witnessing. Yes, but I don't know how far it can be controlled. Go ahead.
Well, what's in the files?
Jumping back to Roswell for a second, and another thought that crossed my mind, and a lot may agree with this. You guys may agree with this or may not.
Yeah.
It might be that Roswell is so insignificant at this point compared to what's already out there, what's already been seen. It may make Roswell look like child's play, you know?
I think Roswell, why we don't talk about it is because there's actually something there. There's actually hard proof from that. Something, and if you can prove Roswell, you've proved it all.
But if these ships they talk about that are football fields size, and like this one in supposedly in South Korea, the one that's somewhere near Virginia, if those are actual craft and we actually have those and they can't be moved, Roswell, I mean, that's just.
I see what you're saying there, Dave. Like if we have a ship that's technically would be considered like a mothership
carrier,
or a carrier of some sort, that would dwarf, say, a Kecksburg or Roswell.
It's true.
I can see Grush just going like, Roswell, you guys are fun.
Yeah.
You know.
I think that your significance of Roswell, though, is probably because it may be one of the first ones where biologics were recovered officially.
Yeah.
And documented officially, and have those documents squirreled away or destroyed. I mean, who knows what happened to those documents at this point?
Wow.
Yep. So there's another. What's that?
That's a good question for Enzo. For those that don't know.
Yeah, ship's so big that they built a building around it instead of moving it.
Yeah, we actually addressed that. I think it was Colehart who came forward and started getting that ball rolling, and
then Burleson ran with it.
They're still trying to figure it out. Yeah. So, some think it's in South Korea. We showed some of that here in a few episodes back. There's another clip that's come out, and we've talked about these news cycles that get recycled, right? And there's another clip that came out No, go ahead. Get this first.
Linda says, do you think any of the aliens from Roswell ever phoned home? Are any of them supposedly still living? The ones from Roswell allegedly all like bit it, but the you do have the story about Skinny Bob and J Rod.
And it depends on what story you want to believe as far as it
how
goes.
deep you want to go.
Yeah.
And if it's actually, do you want to believe it? Is it true?
Yeah.
How much of it do you really want to believe? How much do you want to believe it is true?
Right. And unfortunately, until we get, something, that's all we've really left with. So we can understand why these people are like, just show us the proof, show us the proof. But there's another clip that's making rounds, kids. And it's one of where Burleson's talking about the Nordics. And I'm wondering, is this what spurred on this whole Nordics talk?
It definitely spurred on the Nordic AI photos.
What is that? Wow.
I gotta say, like, of the AI photos that I have seen,
it's good.
That was top tier.
Oh, it's top tier. It's good.
Like somebody paid an AI agent to create that.
It's really good.
And it's really, really good.
Yeah, it's really good. But I want to find this because everyone thinks that this is a new clip that's come around because people are repackaging it and putting it on, out on social media. They got it on their own things, right? But it's not new. It's not new at all. It's almost almost half a year old or something at this point.
Oh yeah.
Actually, yeah, I think it is. But here's the clip. Take us to presentation. I'll show it.
Josh has told me this is what blew my mind, and what he said that happened with Trump. And I'll just tell you this. And again, I don't know that. I want to preface this by saying this is not what I believe. This is what I've been told. He said that the Nordic people or the Nordic aliens are like a few hundred years more advanced than we are, but they're not super advanced. They're not like, he said the Greys, whatever is sending the Greys is extremely advanced, like thousands and thousands of years more advanced than us, because it's doing all the anti-gravity stuff, all this crazy stuff that's very highly advanced. And a lot of it is what he says with the Greys is psionic. So they basically don't have physical interfaces. They're using their mind, and that there's an interface that picks up thought, and then that and that's how they operate these vehicles, is out of psionic. But the Nordic people somewhat resemble humans, and they have been experimenting with crossbreeding with humans. And he says some of them, that there are aliens that are crossbreeds living in the world. And I asked him, I go, okay, do they know that they're a crossbreed, or do they, like, how would you know that they are a crossbreed? And he didn't have an answer for that. Like he didn't know.
Please understand that they're using a word here. It's called crossbreed. It's another word for hybrid, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just upset that I haven't been able to clap any alien cheeks. That's
I don't understand what's going on here. Just for reference, that was from November, and we're starting to talk about this stuff again. You heard the hybridization program brought up in there. You're hearing it again, coming back through the news cycle. This stuff just circles and circles and circles, right, Joe?
It does, and it has always been that way.
I know, but it almost seems like when you get up to around the third or so cycle, something does eventually come to the surface. Yeah. Because it's a pattern, and we've seen it repeated over and over and over again. But and so the predictability of it. And speaking of predictability, you saw what happened. This is the big news from the headline we have here. There's another council that has formed.
Ah, yes.
Another council, guys. Another council. Did we need another council? That's my number one question for all of us, basically here. I just want to know,
what's happened for us to have the reason to need another?
Well, that's a fair question. Yeah, there you go, Joe. Check out the notes. You can read that. I'm going to show a little picture if I can find one while you're reading that.
All righty. Hold on one second.
Yes, sir.
And let's see what you put. Okay. In the notes, it says in support of President Trump's directive on UAP transparency, I was tasked by the White House and the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office,
It's
the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, the FBI, and the intelligence community to assemble the Avengers. No, the UAP Science Advisory Council. UFO scientists, guys.
Real ones.
As of now, the council includes the following members, along with their helpful expertise.
Yeah, we'll go to that list here in a second, but I just wanted, let's play a clip of Avi talking about this a little bit. Okay. Let's take his presentation mode. Yeah, video. And it will be this one.
I was asked by a representative of the director of National Intelligence Office, the White House, the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office in the Pentagon, and the intelligence agencies more broadly, and the FBI to lead and establish a council that would provide scientific advice to all these agencies regarding unidentified anomalous phenomena, or as they are called, UAPs.
I mean, it sounds good, right? There's another one. Here's another one right here.
Would look at unclassified data, and that's a great benefit because it means that we can advocate for the release of additional data. We can guide the Pentagon in terms of what new sensors it might use or what new algorithms of artificial intelligence it may employ in order to figure out the nature of these objects that are not identified. And in this way, we can operate like a scientific council. We, since nothing is classified, we can discuss it openly and make the best out of the data that we are given.
Joe, why don't you read those members? I put them over there in the notes for you.
All right. So the members is Professor Carol Cleland, Dr. Richard Collette.
See, they all have their things that they do.
Yeah. Professor Cleland is an anomaly identification. Dr. Collette is data analysis and AI tools. Dr. Omar Eldadi is data management, AI, and human psychology. Dr. Tim Gallaudet, oceanography. Professor Robin Hansen, statistics and economics. Ross Howard is communication. Dr. Kevin Kuth, physics and instrumentation. Ben Lamb, oceanography and biology. Dr. Devesh Nandal, numerical analysis and astrophysics. Professor Gary Nolan, molecular biology and material science. Dr. Michael Shermer, study of anomalies. Dr. Peter Scaffish, anthropology. Professor Matthew Zadges, instrumentation and data collection. Janice Villauer, quantitative psychology. Now,
how many members of these are there, by the way?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 members.
So a couple more members than another council that once controlled this subject, allegedly.
Yeah, so we'll call these guys the mediocre 14.
Yeah. So, well, there's some great names on here for real.
There's some fantastic scientists. Like you assembled literally a dream team,
which you did. And
they're missing a name though that I would have loved to have seen.
Yeah.
the majority of and what stands out to me when I look at this list, I'm really glad you did this, Ron, because it kind of lets me think about some things. Obviously, you have the astrophysics, which perfectly makes sense to have that one. But you have a couple with oceanography, basically very biologically heavy, and with anthropology as well mixed in, and that makes me think history, old, potentially some of the things that we hear about age.
Well, it's definitely that these people seem to be focused more on Earth, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what recurring theme I see.
Well, you got 2 anthropologists on there.
Yep.
That's kind of important.
Yep.
But looks like we're going to have to make another conspiracy web.
I know, right? Because I mean, come on, let's for real. There's some names on here that make you question, why are they there? So,
well, here's one thing that I'm gonna, dang it, bring it back.
What?
The list.
Oh, the list. Oh, okay, sorry.
So here's what I'm gonna give you guys from this list.
Right.
There, because this is important and it's going to come up later. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 9, including Avi, that all currently have classification.
Yep.
They have either top secret or the TSCI. So that's, just keep that in mind.
You have to imagine the rest of these are probably at this point read in too.
Oh yeah, they're read in.
Yeah, for sure.
And it came out via X that this advisory committee would not hold, the advisory committee, okay, will not hold a classification of its own. So the committee will not be a top secret.
Yeah.
Or a something more highly classified.
Mm-hmm.
But does it have to be if its members are? What are these members already privy to?
Right.
Do they even require access to the top secret stuff as a collective group? Because I mean, there are a few of them that aren't. When you have 9 that can act like bumper pads without saying, a yes or no, just a suggestive nod or a slight redirect with authority.
Mm-hmm.
Like if one of them comes up and says, okay, so here's what I'm thinking, blah, blah, blah. And I think it could possibly be this because X. And then one of them just says, well, might want to take another look at that because reasons.
Right.
Maybe look at this aspect of it and then analyze that and come back. Let us know what you find.
Well, guys, I got a question for both of you. I have an opinion too, but so these member choices in this council, do you guys think that any of these people, maybe at least 1 or 2, obviously not all of them, are read into the point they are very much more in the know than some of the others? Like we're talking, maybe not the ones that are trying to off people, reportedly,
yeah,
but maybe are up high enough they might be connected. And before we answer that question, give you my opinion too, is I kind of wonder, it's not really an opinion, it's kind of a pondering, if this is a list that when disclosure comes to a point to everybody is like, yeah, this is something, versus just half of us. I wonder if this is the team that will give us the full-on disclosure, at least to the world, more or less. But anyway,
well, according to Avi,
they're the UFO scientists.
No, bud. According to Avi, they're the A team. This constitutes an amazing A team.
Dun, dun, dun.
I was waiting for it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Here comes the band, baby.
That's great. With exceptional scientists, including at least one member with a skeptical perspective or a designated devil's advocate. In every committee is highly important. The skeptic prevents blind spots, reduces cognitive biases, and actively protects the group from disastrous decisions, making as a result of groupthink. The goal of the council is to advise the U.S. government on how to resolve, there's that word, the nature of the unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAPs. Let me read that to you one more time. The goal of the council is to advise the U.S. government on how to resolve the nature of the unidentified anomalous phenomena. Didn't we just do this?
Yeah.
Didn't I'm for real. Did we not just do this? But you know what's funny is he really believes that it's a collaboration. See, that's the thing. Is it a collaboration? Division is disguised as disclosure. Well, strike that and reverse it. And both things can be true. For real. This you should be very worried about this. Anyone who is, championing disclosure, in my opinion, right now, needs to be very much paying attention to this, because he's comparing his work here as opposite of what was done in Disclosure Day. Let me play you that clip, because this is interesting. Presentation there. I believe this is clip 7. Yes, it is. Watch this. Listen to this.
He asked me to get this council together, so the government is collaborating with scientists. That is very different than the script of Spielberg's movie, where a car is being crashed against a moving train. I instead of anyone threatening me, the government is actually asking for my advice. So reality is far more inspiring, I would say, than script writers in Hollywood.
I mean, one thing's fiction, one thing's not. There's that, Avi. But I'm not an astrophysicist or a UFO scientist. So what do I know? What I do know is that this council, right? This should be a massive red flag, right, Joe?
Oh, 100%. Like, it's, while I'll try to take a look at it from side A and be optimistic that there's at least some kind of movement. At the same time, I'm like, where's Travis Taylor?
Right?
Where's Eric Davis? Where is, even as like a cohort, where is the Owl?
Yeah.
Where's the Falcon?
Right.
They're not with this group.
Nope, they're not. Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
I still go back to the new aviary.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, right here. Godot, Lazar, Knapp, and Grush.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But then again, you need those skeptics, Joseph, to be in there and help rein you in, right? I like skeptics. Let's be real here. We invite skeptics.
A good skeptic is worth his weight in gold.
But there's a difference between skeptics and debunkers, and especially professional debunkers, right? So I think that that's something that people kind of fail to understand as well. Shermer is a professional debunker. I mean, he really is. He considers
makes money off of it.
Well, he makes money off of it. So therefore he is professional at it. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, he was raised in a non-religious household, but he was, however, converted to a Christian fundamentalist group as a teenager. But he kind of stopped believing in all that because he had a personal incident, right?
Yeah.
And basically, it was his girlfriend got in a terrible accident and had paralysis. He lost his faith. He basically reasoned that, you know, well, there can't be a God. In his exact quotes, if anyone deserved to be healed, it was her, and nothing happened. So I just thought there was probably no God. After that, that was enough for him. So this guy's not only just a skeptic, but in 1991, him and Pat Lenz, they co-founded the Skeptics Society. I mean, why? What was your goal to do that? Who cares? The Skeptic Society is a nonprofit organization that promotes scientific skepticism and seeks to debunk pseudoscience and irrational beliefs. Well, who determines what's pseudoscience and what's irrational beliefs? This is my problem with debunkers.
People with title.
People with title. That's exactly right. What you just said. People with title. So basically, it started out as a garage, hobby for him, and now it's not. Now, he's giving lectures. He's got a professional business that's run around this whole thing.
Yeah.
So I can't. I don't know. I think I would have found someone else, is what I'm trying to say. I get it, but you have to also remember that Avi Loeb and Shermer, they have a bet going on. If you don't know this,
yeah, there's like a
it's $1,000,
$10,000.
Yeah, it's a wager that I guess the definitive proof of alien technology will be discovered by 2030. Now, I'm just saying, if I've got a bet with you, Joe, and you're on my council, you're working for me, I'm probably gonna try my best to either win that bet or make sure you lose it. But it's not a balance, is what I'm trying to get at. It's not fair. That doesn't seem like a fair thing to do. Anyway, go Oz.
Oz says scientists over the course of history have been dug in to preserve the status quo in place when they were credentialed. It's exactly right, because a lot of the times it has their reputation at stake, vested in that status quo. They don't want their life focus to be proven to be obsolete.
That's true. That's very true. And a lot of people saw Avi and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's Avi. He's the guy who thinks that ETs are real." And well, he's really not. He's really not. And
no, he's opportunistic.
It's come out of late. Like, really, you call it where it's at. And contrary to what some people think, he believes, the UFO seen here on Earth could be ET. He does not believe that at all, by the way. He is stuck in the same little square box that everybody else is, making rules for the things that we don't have rules for. Take us presentation mode, and I'll give you an example of that. Well, listen to what he has to say about this. Again, he's talking about Disclosure Day because I guess everybody was, so why not Avi, right? But the weird part is, why is he talking about a movie? Listen what he says about it.
So the artistic accomplishment, I would give him an A. But he used a lot of artistic freedom, where things that I know from my 40 years of research, scientific.
He knows.
research imply that they cannot happen in reality. So, as often in science fiction stories, I have a difficulty enjoying them because I realize this cannot happen. We're allowed to discover new physics, but the point is that the old physics cannot be violated because we saw it confirmed so many times in so many experiments.
So if we saw it confirmed in multiple experiments, well, what does that tell you, Joseph?
He knows something.
I mean, if we saw this confirmed in multiple experiments and he already knows, then why are we conducting multiple experiments?
You guys want to hear?
Why would you do that? Why would you conduct the same experiment over and over again unless you were actually looking for something?
Well, earlier, Julia, she mentioned CERN and DARPA, and you talk about experiments like CERN, because a lot of people still don't know this is still news, but they're planning to make a successor to the current CERN. That'll be the new CERN.
Yeah, it's big.
And I wanted to get some facts on it, but so it makes you think, what have they discovered with the old one that are building this new one? This new one will be 91. It'll be a 91-kilometer ring, more than triple the size of the current CERN, and it'll be 200 meters underground, passing beneath the French-Swiss border. I mean, this thing is going to be massive.
It's huge.
It's huge.
Yeah.
But when I listen to Avi anymore, especially here in recent,
I bet I know why.
Interviews, this is what I think.
What?
I mean, that is a clip from True Callers, man.
I mean,
Cyndi Lauper.
So you think
when I listen to Avi vomit words anymore, they are very smart, but he's been really irritating for at least the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But like I see his true colors, and they're shining through, and it's green.
No, I mean, at first I didn't believe that. First, I didn't believe that. Right.
Yeah. But it's green. It's green. And it's made of paper.
And one of the reasons why I now start to see this is because of what he has said repeatedly now about Dr. Villarreal's research. And takes presentation. I'll let you see that too. This comes from the guy.
Enzo just said Lou Albino is going to hit you with a chair. Hey, it can't be any worse than getting DDT'd for real by Jake the Snake. Trust me.
So the same guy who brought you 3i Atlas is something with a techno signature and caused that firestorm, rode that all the way, for half a year almost, right? From July into, January. So from that, you get this.
I went on to discuss the possibility that cosmic rays may have affected the Palomar Sky Survey plates, and I give a link to it in my latest essay from today. This paper argues for an anti-correlation between the transients assumed to be UFOs recorded by the Palomar Sky Survey and anti-correlation with geomagnetic activity, basically saying when the sun erupts or when there is a coronal mass ejection intercepting the Earth, you have fewer transients. And the paper says, maybe UFOs are aware of geomagnetic storms. But I say this is a well-known phenomena for cosmic rays, so why not use Occam's razor and say, these transients that you...
Stop. Why not use Occam's razor from the guy who literally went on a nearer tirade when he was questioned about 3i Atlas being just an ordinary comet? You guys remember this?
100%.
You remember this, and went on to say that science needs to follow data, science needs to this and that, basically science, but only because it was supporting his idea. Now we have it, tearing apart someone else's idea because
think are real satellites orbiting the Earth, UFOs, could be simply explained as cosmic rays deflected by the geomagnetic solar storm.
Could be, might be. I mean,
I went on to discuss the possibility that cosmic rays may have affected geomagnetic solar storm.
Oh, well, it cut off right there. That's fine. Anyway, we don't want to see the rest of that. But my point being is that, there was some serious research done. Dr. Villarreal has pretty much proven, as far as it's concerned, on her end, what she needs to prove. Right there. That's when it happened. This was a big news.
Glad to share a freshly submitted paper. This was right after it happened, and this was using pre-Sputnik plates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what's more important is that the work has been verified by others at this point. They've went through and they've pretty much tore this thing apart themselves, as you do. They questioned it themselves. They're not looking to prove anything. They're looking to try to find answers. So far, the answer is not what others want it to be. But at least she has some, sense of humor about this whole thing, because I saw this one posted today. I thought this was great. This was great right here.
Yep.
Yeah, the response to concerns about our reliance on historical data, we've finally upgraded our technology.
I mean, she can laugh about it, but the problem is, to say that this paper is easily explained away, and yet to run off of just months and months of media exposure over something that was quite probably just a natural comment, just a very strange one that we couldn't quite grasp, and to go into launching literal conspiracy theories. Come on, this is who's going to be in charge. This is who's going to be in charge of the data that we get. This is who's going to see more files than you or me.
Yeah.
This is who's going to determine if we get to see it, if we get to be an actual part of this disclosure. Well, they know it didn't break their brains.
Well, did you see Avi's latest quote on X?
Which one?
The one that was very similar to what you just said, where he said he doesn't care if disclosure comes out or not. He just wants to know the answer.
I know. I saw these key words, cannot. These are absolutes that have been predetermined. That's the problem. Everything has been predetermined. They're not following data. Now, there is hope here, boys and girls. There is hope. And I kind of worry about it, because it makes me wonder how this is going to go. Either this
Gary Nolan's going to implode the whole thing.
That's what I'm thinking, and I'm really hoping. I so hope so. I don't want to lose faith in Gary. Gary is the last bastion of hope here in this whole mess, as far as I'm concerned. Him and Tim. Tim has seen some stuff that can't be denied. So if Avi wants to tell Tim that, what you saw was a particle, or, he's seen things as big as a football field moving at thousands of miles per hour underwater. This is insane. You can't explain that away by saying, "Oh, that is natural." No, that is not natural.
Well, the bad thing is you put that many scientists together, you're battling a lot of egos.
Absolutely, and I really hope that my favorite ego wins.
Yep.
Gary. Go Gary. Team Nolan right here. Nolan, absolutely. But I'm not kidding. I mean, that's the whole point. So, if you really think about this stuff, it's going to go one of two ways.
Aqua mock Jesus.
I rest my case.
No, it's I think that this team's going to implode, honestly. I don't see it going anywhere. I don't see it being productive. I think this team, much like the staircase presser that they did 2 weeks ago. Is grandstanding.
I mean, that's what it seems to be. It's in the other terrifying aspect of it. The other what if potential is that it's literally there to whitewash all the phenomena, to resolve all the phenomena. Because, the current director of Aero says, there are things I can't explain. And Avi's like, oh, I'll explain them away. We're going to resolve this. We've got skeptics. We've got, I'm pretty sure everything's going to be. Yeah, we got UFO scientists this time. We can do this. My only hope is that a couple of those UFO scientists who have seen things and know things will step up and call it for what it is when it comes out. That's my only hope. And, it's very interesting that they have that skeptical bent on the whole thing. But there's someone else who's championed the cause of aliens, by the way, just to let y'all know. Presentation mode. This will shock you. Look at this. Look at this, Joe. Let me find it. Oh, it's right here. Right here. Yeah, this one. Right. It's this guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And part of me.
Oh my gosh. No. You got to read.
Much to my chagrin.
You've got to read. You've got to read it for the folks, okay? Because some people didn't see this.
Much to my chagrin, scientist Neil deGrasse Tyson tells the U.S. government to show the alien after the latest UFO disclosure stuff. Astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson wants the U.S. government to show the alien after the last UFO disclosure of the Trump administration. Tyson,
here. Just go here.
Is it too much to ask for at this point for them to just show the alien? That's all. I don't think I'm asking for much here. No, I'm with him. And what's crazy, I'm sure that he never in a million billion years ever thought that he and Giorgio Tsoukalos would be in agreement on a topic.
Never. No.
And it's hilarious.
And he's right though.
Yeah, he really
about
is.
This part. Only that part. The rest is hilarious.
We've already been told this. So to say it, so let's just say they roll out an alien. We'd somehow freak out given the century of alien movies we've been treated to and alien stories. The desensitization and the assimilation.
He doesn't know what that is.
I don't see that we'd freak out at all.
I have so many issues with him.
Yeah. Just keep reading.
It might be anticlimactic given our anticipation for what it could be. I would only be shocked if the alien were in fact humanoid, just because the statistics of biological variation on Earth, where we have DNA in common with all of the life, and most life is not humanoid.
In other words, what he's saying is he's only going to be freaked out by it. Bring out the aliens, bring them out. But if they look like humans, I'm going to lose my mind. That's what he just said.
Yeah, and I have to admit to a degree, like an alien, saying them just well out an alien that's bipedal and symmetrical would be more, I guess, ontologically jarring than say the aliens from The Simpsons.
Well, my point being,
because you'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. Your brain would easily say that makes sense. But like, if this thing comes up to you and it looks like Dave Roberts, or it looks like Ron Lanham, and all of a sudden, octopus, I'm an alien, and you've known me for X long. I'm not from here, but I'm from here. Like, I've been here my whole life, but my people, my race, not from here. We are truly a different race than Homo sapien sapien. That people would recoil. And they'd be like, what?
No, they would. You're not wrong. But my whole point being is, has he not been paying attention? I mean, that is exactly what we're dealing with. Is that why they're not bringing out the aliens?
Yeah. Octo says alien humans are weird to think about anyway.
We have to remember, though, that Tyson is the very one that Nolan was talking about just a few months back. But here you have this scientist, and Tyson's very intelligent. But he said, Nolan says, basically that here's this scientist who does not really actually practice. He just talks about the knowledge that he already has. He doesn't do, or hasn't done the research that Nolan was aware of. So it's kind of like, how can you claim to know about a subject if you've not even done the research?
Well, he just proved he hasn't done the research. That's my whole point of the whole thing. That's why it's a funny article. Here's this guy who was an avid skeptic forever, coming out and saying, just show us the aliens. We're okay. We're good. As long as they don't look like humans, as long as they don't have, symmetry. Well, I mean, they do. They do. You realize they do, right? Because, I mean, look at all of them. Yeah. And that is a problem. Gary Nolan even addressed that. He's right. It is a problem. And it also is why we have said what we have said repeatedly. Who are the aliens? What is an alien? Go check that episode out. You really want to blow your mind? Go watch that one. But you won't. No one watches this stuff except for a few of you guys. And that's okay.
50 of you.
Yeah, because one day what's going to be really funny is someone's going to come across this stuff after disclosure and they're going to be like, holy crap, how did they know? And someone's going to be like, well, they obviously are aliens.
Yep.
That's
the conversation I always fantasize about is, what if Carl Sagan were still alive and he was in the conversation with all this that's going on? I try to picture that in my head, that conversation.
Well, it would go something like billions and billions of possibilities, Dave.
Get the voice
right?
Though.
Well, one good thing that I could say would come out of that Ron and I actually talked about on my drive home today, is that if Carl Sagan were alive today, the discourse would be far more civil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There would be no personal attacks.
Nope.
There would be no
Ego.
degradation. There would only be attacks of idea.
Yeah.
Of fallacies, not on the person, not on the individual who thinks it. Carl Sagan had this ability to communicate that many people up to my age have as well. But when speech and debate was removed from the high school classroom and social media was introduced a decade later, civil discourse went out the window. Jen, Ada,
let's get some of you guys' opinion on this stuff. What are you thinking out there? Is this a dream team, or is this going to be one of those whitewash campaigns where everything just gets stonewalled again and we're right back where we were?
Yeah.
I like the Dark Wolf comment. You gotta see that one.
I'm old enough to remember Reagan going off script at the UN General Assembly in '87. Imagine a post-disclosure world 30 plus years ago.
Yeah, right. Right.
Sometimes I'll watch YouTube clips of the Dave Cavett show just to watch civil interviews with intelligent people.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating. Nightmare team.
There you go. Yeah. Maybe we can get some new names for this team.
Enzo says, I'm honestly surprised they didn't add UFO influencers from TikTok.
Well, no, and me too. I mean, to be honest, me too. There's something going on here, and I don't like the way it's positioned.
If you want my opinion, I think a lot of those UFO influencers from TikTok are on a payroll other than TikTok.
That's your opinion.
I still say we're like the horse being led by the carrot. You know, can't quite reach it, but it's right there in front of you.
Well, you know.
How long is that going to last?
I don't know, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If it's true. If it doesn't happen, that's when you're going to get catastrophic disclosure. Now, I don't know which one you want. If you want this controlled dissent, like I said, because it seems like there's been a deal made. Like, we're okay, just chill out. We'll give it to them. Just wait. We're doing it. We're doing as fast as we can. And in the background, someone's saying, if you don't do it by X, this is what's going to happen. That's what it seems like. That's where we may be at this point.
Well, Jen says, I think somebody like Corbell might be bold enough to go off script.
Oh, yeah.
And
they aggravated enough.
Oh, definitely aggravated enough, and has a dead man switch.
That's what
Corbell's the F-bomb king. So I'm just going to say.
Yeah.
Well, my whole point being that it's going to get released. It's just a matter of how it gets released. It's not even when now. I mean, I think we have the date. I think we know when this is going to happen now. Yeah. I think we're looking in just a few weeks at this point. That's something,
at least for a big chunk of something.
Big chunk of something that's going to be the talk of the town for a very long time. Yes. Will it be everything? No.
I think this is the year of all. This year and next year will probably be the two biggest years for Roswell Festival.
Right. Yeah.
Well, Octo made the point there. I like that. That's a good point. But what is leading the carrot?
Yeah, who's dangling the carrot?
It's a very good point.
Yeah. That is. Yeah.
Yeah, we're Enzo.
There it is.
We're not necessarily thinking it's going to be a Roswell anniversary speech.
I don't know about that.
It could be a speech. I'm more in line thinking we're going to get an information dump
right before,
and we're going to have to cycle through it, but it will be everything that should have been a Roswell anniversary speech.
I mean, it's very possible, guys. It's extremely possible at this point.
Chris says, if I was told 5 years ago that we would be at this point with so many new people and testimony coming out, I would have never believed it.
So July 3rd is the Friday.
Yeah.
July 2nd is UFO Day.
Yep.
Just saying, think about it.
Yeah.
It falls right into place with this clock that's ticking. So be thinking about that as we move forward, because I think we've got a couple of weeks before something really big hits the fan.
Yeah, it's I don't think there will be any kind of a declaration or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
It'll be a release of documents, another tranche of stuff, but I think it might be from 1947.
Yeah, because we haven't got them. We got 48 this time.
Yep, and we've had 43.
We got 48.
45.
It mentioned discs particularly.
Yes.
So there's that. Speaking of those docs, Bud, we were looking at those and we found some stuff in those docs that have not been talked about, probably because, I don't know, they didn't want to think that they were mistaken for UFO scientists, maybe. I don't know. What you got there, Bud?
This would be one of the first public release chunks of Project Blue Book.
Right.
Note how thick it is.
You made your own Blue Book.
The basis of this, one second, the reports aspect of it. Stop here.
Yeah. That's special report number 14, correct?
This is special report number 14. And then the rest of this is all charting data.
Go to presentation mode.
So that's all charting data. We only got for a long time. All we had was 97 pages.
Well, there's been thousands released. It's just that those are the ones that Friedman managed to grab. And that's why we have those. But here's something that was in the recent tranche. And you found this, honestly. And this was the first thing that you sent me that morning. So I'm going to see if we can add it to the stage and see how this works, because I've never done this before. Let's see if it works. There's a few of them, so I don't know if it's going to work or not. It's trying. It's just kind of circling.
There it is.
We go. We got it. All right, so we're going to step through these, but let's see. There we go. What's that look like?
Report number 14. This is Project Blue Book.
That is Project Blue Book. Look at that. This is copy number 35, by the way.
And to note, that's copy number 35, okay? This copy number 35, has 350 pages in it. This that I'm holding is copy number 40.
Yep.
So there were 90 some pages here. There were a few thousand pages that have been released over the years since.
This one's from May 5th, 1955. What was the one you had? Should be project number, and it has that, and then it'll say.
Yeah, it's the project number 10073.
That's correct.
Same project, because that's a project designation for.
You're right. Special 14.
5 May 1955.
Yeah. So isn't that amazing? So basically, what we're saying is these are from that book. It's just that these have been.
This is all that's here of this.
These are redacted. So let's look at some of the stuff that you didn't see.
That's 350 pages worth.
Let's skip through some of these because there's some really good data here. Wait, we're coming up on it here. Okay. Here's some good data. Here's some really good data, actually. This is the frequency of sightings by year for the object in all sightings. And if you look at this, yeah, you see what I'm showing you, right? Like you're seeing these little wedges get really, really big. And look at the year, they get really, really big, guys.
Yep.
1952.
1952. 1952. Again, coming back around to 1952. Now, here's another one I want to show.
Cold War era.
Well, this is a really good part right here.
Look at that jet black solid chunk.
Yeah. You see that, right? This whole left-hand side here.
The solid black is unknown. The horizontal stripes, thick horizontal stripes are other. The vertical thick stripes are insufficient.
Yeah.
If you create that whole wedge there, you've got 19, 10, 10. That would comprise almost 40, well, with the decimals, 42 roughly %.
Yeah. That's a stark cry from the 10% that we were told that couldn't be explained.
Yeah.
Right?
It sounds like all that they gave us out the gate was just the ones with the insufficient info. Because that's 10.9%.
Right there. There it is.
The actual unknowns.
There you go. But when truth is said, these are actually unknowns. That's what you're looking at. These
the entire left-hand quadrant from balloon, everything from astronomical to balloon on the left is all unknown.
Yep. When you boil it down.
An updated version of this.
Let's see. Here's some more good data. There's a really interesting data point in here. I want to see if we can get to that we observed, actually. Oh, here's by color. That's a good one.
That's interesting.
White, metallic.
Yep. You see that?
Red, other.
Yep.
Which could be, your blues, greens.
Sure. Let's see. Outdoor. No, I want that one. I'm looking for one in particular.
Yeah, most of the sightings that I have seen have been in the orange, like one white.
Frequency of sightings, locations.
One time actually in the 50s and 60s, in particular the 50s, Lewisburg, West Virginia was a hot spot.
Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. So here we see the time sunrise to sunset. And here we see the frequency of sightings that take place within those time frames. Note where the peak of the time frame is. It's just slightly after sunset, a couple hours after sunset.
And what did our data show us?
It showed us the exact same thing.
There was a sweet spot.
There was a sweet spot.
Why would that be? Because they're less visible, supposedly, or Or
We
do you all think?
we don't know. We found this out about what, 2 years ago, right? I think
Right.
3. It'd be 3 years ago now.
I don't know. Yeah, 3 years
It was
ago,
before
whatever.
we started working on Paranormal Horizons.
But when we got into Horizons, we really figured it out because when we were at Brianna's, right? We were like, oh my, this matches this data set that we had from earlier. And we just kept seeing these patterns. And the pattern was there was a sweet spot. We even talked about it a few times on here. That's the sweet spot. It's a real thing. Why is that though? Why do we have a sweet spot that's a real thing in data from 1950s, 1952? Well, actually from 47 to 50, whatever it was. But either way, the point is, why is that there?
And I guess Hynek would have been one of the ones behind this. Some of these.
Oh
too.
yeah, this would have been
Oh, yeah.
his handiwork.
Mm-hmm.
He probably charted these graphs.
Here's the frequency of the object sighted by local sun time intervals of 1 hour. Again, you'll note, get past midnight, you don't have very many. So back it up and look
about
at
1845.
Yeah.
1900 to 2100 hours.
What time's that? What time's that, Joe? What time's that? For the normies.
21 is going to be 9 o'clock. So about the latest you're going to see is, well, it's just before 9 according to this. So I'd say about 8:45 to 7:30 is going to be the sweet spot based off that.
Yeah. And what we found out is it really it's based literally on the sun, and I guess the sun set, because we noticed it changing with daylight savings times. We noticed as the time was getting, the days were getting longer, that it would shift in accordance with that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
This is twilight.
It's the same data.
Twilight is your best chance. Coincidentally, twilight is the best conditions to do most weird, strange things.
Yeah, it's true.
I know that my vision is the worst. Driving and everything.
These are knowns versus unknowns. This is the basis of speed. Your speed is not on here, Joe.
Mock Jesus? Yeah.
Not here. It's not here. It is. It's not here.
Interesting enough, guys, like this past Saturday, my group had that star party, and we had a meteor hit the atmosphere. It was like one of those really large ones, and it came down, and it looks like it broke up to the point it probably had pieces hit the ground.
Nice.
Massive one. It was really cool. Bright green. Beautiful, too.
That's wild.
We have here, this is the literal brightness of the objects. And you'll notice that most were simply brighter than the moon. See that?
Yep.
So there is a lot of data, right down to colors. Here's the colors for you.
Yeah, the orange is the big one.
Primary, metallic, and white. Yep, with orange, like you said, Dave. So, yeah, there's a lot of data here. And again, most aren't talking about this. There's your shapes. Elliptical, rocket, aircraft, meteor, or comet, which means it was a streak. Flames, teardrops, or conical, others. It's amazing that they did this, and at the same time, it didn't happen. This is the duration of the sightings: 61 seconds to 5 minutes, 6 minutes to 30 minutes on some of these. And there we go.
How can anything traveling mock Jesus be demonic?
That is hilarious.
And that is the most valid statement that I've heard in a long time.
Every sighting that I've had personally, I'm not sure about you guys. Every sighting that I've ever had has been elliptical in shape, like the orange ones that we saw, that Lisa and I saw at Davis, West Virginia, a few years back. You guys recall?
Yeah.
Perfectly, elliptical.
Yeah. Well, the viewers would be excited, but those just looking at the footage are betting they'd look and move on. Now you're not wrong, and that's the issue. They gave us a lot of pretty footage, a lot of oohs and ahs. Those red orbs, for example, whatever could they be? I mean, no. They're probably not demons. But they're easily explained away as sky lanterns. And they knew that before they put those out there.
Oh, yeah.
They knew what they were doing.
Enzo said, to be fair, I looked at nearly every video that was being posted during that. 90% of them were regular aircraft. There were some good shots of military-style drones. Yeah, the videos from that last tranche were very disappointing.
Yeah, they were.
But the documents were great.
Yeah.
Joe, don't you have a copy of Estimate of the Situation?
Oh, the Estimate of the Situation. I do not have it within reach.
It might. I can't remember what the cover looked like.
Brookings report.
Yeah, I know it was a Brookings report, but like he had a cover on it. Stanton did. Because if I look at the cover here, I might have an idea if I got it behind me or if it's out on the ledge. I don't think I got it back here because Stanton was selling it in the same kind of a spring-bound form as a blue book, but it was the one that had the yellow cover. Did you get that one, Ron?
No, I did not get it. No. No. We had some clips from it we've shown in the past, of course. And I think it was in one of our first presentations. We brought it up at some point, the Estimate of the Situation. But no, I don't have it on here as of right now. Nope, sure don't see it. But either way, I think that there was some stuff there. I just think that you had to look for the stuff to find the stuff, if that makes sense. And a lot of that video, a lot of those images, again, they were easily explained away. This is what has to stop, by the way. That kind of stuff has to stop. We need actual, something. Doesn't have to be nuts and bolts, but it's got to be some kind of proof. There has to be something there. So that's the one thing, again, I'm going to agree with, of all people, Tyson. I'll agree with Giorgio. I agree with everybody who says that. We need actual proof. We can't just keep doing this, trust me, I saw it stuff.
Yep.
While a room's full of people are actually seeing it. It's not right. It's literally not right.
I'm getting our wheel made.
Oh boy. The Wheel of Doom is being prepared.
The odds are really good tonight, guys. Just saying.
Yep. Somebody's going to win it tonight.
All right, let's see. Said I would love to read the Project Signed 1948 document, but I don't think any copies arrived.
Oh, you never know. It might show up.
Right.
I've been reading an interesting document from 1958 on the current release, where there was a memorandum discussing a phone conversation with Dr. Leon Davison about a destroyed space message and its transmitter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now that was a big deal.
That was a big deal, and it kind of made a little bit in the news cycle, and then it just disappeared. But yeah, that's a fact that happened, and that was in the release as well.
Mm-hmm. There was a redacted version released, and this one's unredacted, of course.
Yes. A week or so back, saw what looked like a ball traveling 45-degree angle upward, went in the wedge of a wispy cloud and was just gone. Yep.
When some of the releases that came out in the past, for the 3 current releases, some of those objects have been black in appearance as well, as some of the color ones.
Right.
Said it was quick but clear midday.
Mm-hmm.
Official source, trust me, bro.
I know, right? No,
trust me, bro. Come on.
I'm serious. It's really getting to that point, and it's look. I mean, if I'm getting kind of tired of it, then I know there's a lot of other people who have really gotten tired of it at this point, because I've been very patient with this, and I think we all have. But this constant back and forth, tugging and pulling. That's why I wanted to do tonight's episode. Was because, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, there's actual scientists involved. We're going to get answers. And I'm like, are we? Or are we just going to get official denial?
I think, like I said, I think it's going to be a fight. The thing's going to implode.
I hope so. I mean, honestly, and death threats. I don't know, but why I think that it's going to be this. And when I say I hope so, I don't mean I hope they all start turning into a chair fight, and they start slinging tables and chairs at each other. I mean,
the opportunity for that passed, unfortunately. There was a ring and everything.
Right. But what I'm saying is that you need challenges. You need the fight. You need the momentum, the motivation to defend your theory, to defend your right to have that theory.
Yeah.
You need that. So some of these folks have that. And I think that it could be, just depending on how the discourse goes, is it going to be civil discourse? Well, let's hope it is, because honestly, we're close at this point. And I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to happen.
Cam Norwood, one thing that drives me crazy is that some people claim aliens can't travel here.
Yeah.
Some very smart people. Just because we don't know the physics. We only learned to fly 100 years ago.
Thank you, Cam. You're absolutely 100% right. And that's the whole point of why Avi says that, ETs can't be here, is because they couldn't have traveled that vast distance. Same thing that we've been hearing over and over again. Shermer's the same way. All those skeptics are quoting the same book. They're all saying the same thing. It's not that it's not true. It's that it's only true from your perspective and your standpoint as what you know right now. And to dismiss the possibility that you are going to know more in the future, or that something else may already know that.
Yeah.
That is dangerous. That at its best, it's dangerous. Because you literally, you put yourself into a situation to where, well, no, Mr. President, they couldn't be here because they could never get here. Well, what?
Well, Godot, I'm right there with you. There's 2 prophecies currently that during a soccer cup or World Cup soccer event, a giant UFO will appear in Miami and publicly abduct some. I'm betting against it.
I'm kind of betting against that too, but I did have ages ago when I was doing some of my research, there was a event where I saw a massive stadium with a UFO over it. That's true. It had a specific name for the stadium, so it's not this one. Don't worry. This isn't going to happen. But I think it's interesting, though, that you have those kind of I think it's just wishful thinking. Honestly, I think that's what it is. And I don't know why I had that. Who knows? But
I had all kinds of weird stuff. There's been studies going on recently, and there's some research out there that that the universe as we know it is basically like a thin veil, and where they talk about quantum theory.
Yeah.
That basically where that veil is, there's a different space, the dimension above and below us, as an example. Right. And there's some theory that actually shows there's some proof to this potentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, read some of those, Joe. Those were good.
So Bonnie Blue says, my honest feeling is that we're just going to get little dribbles of information, maybe as diversions from other stuff, but I think catastrophic disclosure is going to be the only way to the truth. I agree.
It's true. We've tried it their way. Now they're going to try it this way. Enzo.
Too far away is foolish. You can look up articles from the 1800s in the New York Times about how science said you could never travel faster than 80 miles an hour because you would surely expire.
My friend, I'll give you one better than that. No train car could go past 25 miles per hour because all of the air inside would be sucked out and the passengers would expire. Look that one up. But that was believed for a very long time.
It was indeed.
This is why we have to challenge those things. Ashley?
Select today.
Asher says, did you see the recent research that when stars die, they create universes? And that what we're seeing when a star dies is a Big Bang?
To me, that sounds like, because what they do have a fairly good idea is like, when a star does collapse, it creates a black hole, but maybe in respect, once that black hole is created, it's like the other end of the black hole. Maybe the universe is created. So our universe, as we know it, could be, and they've actually said this, our universe at the very end of it could be a black hole.
Oh, come on,
David.
Inside of a black hole. Don't they already say we may be in a void? Isn't that one of the things I've seen, that where Earth is literally, our entire galaxy, or solar, it's a galaxy.
Our galaxy.
Our galaxy. That's a big thing. Our galaxy is inside of a void. Like, come on, anything's
makes
possible.
Sense. There's the explosion inward, it creates the bubble outward as we know it to where our universe exists. And we're inside that void. It's just like a cone coming down in the middle of a cone.
Yeah.
If you will.
I want the truth, or do I? I mean, that's a good question, my friend.
Jeff Mallow says they will keep putting out declassified material for recreational use. We know they keep the good stuff locked up behind the counter. Hey, that's dead on.
Yeah. There's a reason that you're getting what you're getting. Now, the real thing is going to be, if this catastrophic disclosure does take place, and I believe it will, what we get and how we process it, as in, how do we prove it? That's going to be the big thing. And if you've seen Disclosure Day, you know how they do it. I just wonder if that's the kind of thing that you're going to have to do here. Yeah, is that the only way that people would believe it? I doubt it, because I'm watching Disclosure Day and I'm thinking at the very end, I'm like, they're just going to say it's AI. Because that's what would be happening in the real world.
Yeah.
It's just AI. It's not real.
Yeah. AI is going to be the fall of it all.
Well, I think that's there's a reason for that stuff too, but we're not going to go into that. We simply don't have enough time. But I will say that I don't think all this is a coincidence. I think that our technologically advanced society right now and what's happening are linked somehow. I don't know how, but there's a link there. There's a reason this started in 1952.
Well, many of these people that have already come forward have said that the technology that we don't know about that supposedly exists is Star Trek. I've heard them say Star Trek level technology or greater. Yeah.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
Replicator.
Right? I'd like to have a replicator.
Be pretty awesome.
I would love
I want
to
a holodeck.
Well,
yeah, holodeck could be fun.
Well, I don't think you'd ever leave. That's one of the truths of the matter. Well, we obviously hit our goal, but before we get to the reward, Joe, you got that wheel thing you want to spin?
Yes. So I got to put one more person on here too. Ashley.
Got Ashley in there. Yeah. Folks, if you're here, then make sure that you have at least responded once so you can get entered into the prize drawing that is taking place right about in a few minutes. It's more imminent than disclosure.
Right. Let's see.
Speaking of which, as I said, for those who are new, we will be actually showing our review of Disclosure Day. It may be tomorrow when it gets released. I'm not sure yet. There'll be an actual broadcast. So it will be out there for you guys to watch. And you can, make up your own mind if you want to go see it or not. But there's some really deep stuff in it. And we were joined again by a guest, a friend of ours. And you'll have to wait and see. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil it for you. So no spoilers.
So, Andrea, I did give an update on that, like at the head of the show. It went out on Monday, but we have a federal holiday tomorrow, so it won't be moving or anything distinguishable there. And they said it was going to be like 7 to 10 business days. So you are on the opposite end of the country from us. So my estimation would be anytime between Monday and Wednesday of next week is when you should it should arrive.
Oh, Dark Wolf taking Mama Sigmund over to see it Saturday. Well, that's cool. I think you'll like it. As a friend, I will say this to you. There are some scenes that are kind of they're recreations, of course, it's fiction, but there are some scenes that hit you kind of hard. So just be prepared for that. David, I come for the flute and stay for the conversation. Now that is hilarious. Is everybody?
I think I got everybody.
Okay.
I think I got Foggy just put on there.
Yep. Making sure. Did you get Super Saiyan Sasquatch? They've been here through the whole thing.
Yeah, they're on there as SSJ Squatch.
SSJ Squatch. All right, SSJ Squatch. Good luck to you.
All right, here we go. Getting ready to share a screen, and we are going to kick this thing off.
Did Brenda get on? Brenda's on, right?
I believe so. Let me look. Yep, Brenda Ratliff.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. Here we go.
Yeah, I scrolled through and got all the usual suspects. So let's get this up here.
Ada, a friend of mine, saw it and said, "I will cry. Bring tissues." You will. You will.
And
Judy Wheeler, thank you so much. Shared it out. Thank you so much.
Gotta get you on there last minute.
Look at that. Shared the show out too, guys. If you haven't done so, please make sure that you do share this out. And at the end of the show, if you can, just come back into the actual comment section, leave a comment, something simple. Doesn't matter. You don't have to, be, long-winded about it. Just leave a dot if you have to, but it helps the algorithm see that the people are responding, helps push this out more and get the message out to more and more people. Joe, you ready to do this thing?
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Wheel of morality. Turn. Tell us.
No, Joe.
Here we go. Oh, Donna.
Donna won. Check that out.
Donna Ho.
Donna, are you here?
Nice.
Let's make sure.
Donna, are you in here?
Come on, Donna. We're holding on Donna right now.
Let me see when the last time she commented was.
Donna.
Donna Ho.
Oh, man.
Because you do have to be here.
Come on, Donna. If you out there. Maybe. Let's give it a minute. Let's give it a minute.
We'll give it a minute because her feed runs a little behind.
Yep, let's give it a minute because some of these things go really slow sometimes, and they don't go up quite as fast. Anyway,
and this is for Better Thinking in Bigfoot Research by Jordan Booker. Donna Ho, are you with us?
I feel like we're doing a seance. Donna.
I know, right?
Donna, are you with us? Can you hear us, Donna? Rattle the table if you can hear us.
Show us a sign.
Show us a sign. Any old sign will do at this point. Oh, I'm not thinking she's here, guys.
Yep.
Oh, man, I hate that.
Donna.
She's not going to be happy. But you know what? If it's meant for you, you'll get it. And that's the way I see it.
Yep.
I tell myself that when I, buy collectibles, especially when I go back and I'm like, I'm thinking about buying that. And then I go back and it's gone. I'm like, what wasn't meant for me, I guess, because it makes it easier when I say that.
All right. We're going to
do it again, Joe.
And Dave said to pull him off as well because he already has a copy.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
And I got to pull, make sure Andrew, I'm pretty sure I took Andrew off just because he won last week. But yeah. Okay. Here we go.
All right. Spin number 2.
Yeah. Look over there at the comments. Do we have a Donna?
I'm not seeing. I see Andrew saying, ooh.
Okay. Donna, we're sorry. We still love you. You just have to be here. All right, here we go. In 3.
Roll it.
2, 1.
Spin, spin, spin. No whammies. No whammies.
Big money, big money. And come on. Stop.
Bro.
Oh, that was close. Cam Norwood, you is the winner.
Right now, Godot's ready to throw the keyboard through the screen.
Now, are you here?
Yeah, Cam Norwood's right up there. He's 958 is the last comment.
I see it.
So Cam Norwood, I'm going to drop this in the chat. Send us your mailing address.
That's awesome. Awesomeness. And folks, just so you understand, this is not something, this is a giveaway. So you guys you give us donations, and this is just a little part of it coming right back at you. So, you just got to be present to win it. Basically, that's it. And, I'm pretty sure eventually we'll give everybody something.
Send it, Hal. Oh, it went away. I had it up on the screen. 1 second. I'll put it back. There we go. The email is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Just send it there. wildandweirdwb@gmail.com.
You want a book.
It is a book. It is called Better Thinking in Bigfoot Research by one of our very own, Jordan Booker. So yeah. Yeah. You got a book that'll be heading out to you. Again, tomorrow is a federal holiday, so they're all going to be closed. It will probably go out this coming Monday into the mail. So throw that address to that email listed below, and we will get that book sent to you. Again, next week's book on the topic is going to be by the fabulous author Ashley Hilt, and also host of On Wednesdays We Talk Weird, and it is her book on Entered Cold. So we're going to be giving away a copy of it, and hope you guys enjoy. And like everybody said here, we're going to keep doing this on a semi-regular basis.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Good books that we find very useful for what we do. We're going to help people build their weird library.
Yeah, if I'm out and I'm about looking for some antiques, and I happen to see an extra copy of one of the ones I've got, I'll pick that up too. So, you never know what you're going to get. Everything from the stuff that's there to maybe even something that's really, really cool.
Yeah, it could be a really rare book.
Yeah, it could be. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this thing. Jen, did I get the chance to make your purple dog tag? Thank goodness you asked about that. You wanted the Bigfoot on it, and you wanted our seal on the back, correct?
Ashley likes that idea. Yeah, it's our way to kind of help people build their research. Jen says yes.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
It gives them they're going to be books that we have either read or pretty much mostly books that we've read.
Yeah.
Ones is what we'll be sending out. It'll be things that we have in our personal libraries that we utilize while conducting research, and just to compare and contrast some of the stuff we do.
Yep, absolutely. All right.
No, we do not have a Wild and Weird Discord anymore. We used to way back when, and it got off the rails, so we killed it. You are not the first person who has asked that in the last 3 weeks, so it might be time to revisit having getting a new server and actually moderating it more heavily.
All right, guys, let's get you your flute. I'm going up here with this one.
And which one is this? Is this a C4?
This is, yes, sir. This is this is the 4, and it's one of those monsters. So I'm going to fire this thing up here.
It's a little smaller than mine. Is it a little shorter?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
Barney, the purple C4.
That's funny. All right. Here we go.
It's a lot of air.
It is.
Well, Ron's full of a lot of air.
I'll bring my didgeridoo down next week for you guys. It's 6.5 feet long and this big around. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
There's Ron on the C4.
Yeah.
Drone
It's
car.
It's a big one. It's a big one. C4 drone. Yep. So, folks, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. Make sure you do get it out for us. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for helping us reach our goal, keeping the show free forever, which was always and still is our goal. Because one of the things that we want to do here is to make sure that when disclosure does happen, it's yours. You see it, you get it. It's not behind a paywall. You're going to see it as it progresses. That's what we do, because I'm disclosure, you are disclosure, we're disclosure. That's how it's going to work.
G-Ball says, now and then there were drums, guitars, and you need a fiddle in the band. We have most of that.
Just stay tuned, man. That's all I can say. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. There's a lot of things that we're working on, and it's just a matter of time management at this point.
Yeah,
time management is the issue.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yep, we'll get it though. Christmas is the goal.
I have no goal. We'll get it when we get it, but it'll be good when we do. Just like disclosure, it'll be good when we do. It may be catastrophic too.
Yeah.
Just like disclosure, it could be like disclosure completely. Actually,
well, I don't know if I want to put the music and that catastrophic in the same sentence.
I mean, it could be.
Sounds kind of bad,
but it could be. That's what I'm saying.
You
have to be prepared for it, David. Yes, Ashley. Now you're understanding. Christmas of 2050.
Goda says, I'm naming Ron Midnight Breeze.
Oh my God.
There's some connotations with that one.
You guys are great, for real. Thanks for coming out and putting up with us every week for the past. It's been, by the way, we didn't realize it while we were there, but that weekend was the 8th anniversary of us being officially Wild and Weird West Virginia on the road.
Yeah, it was. We did a little quaint show called Yak Fest. It was a local event, and it was the first time that we ever put any of the Wild and Weird merch officially under the Wild and Weird banner. Previously, it had all gone out under Reptiles That Don't Suck.
Yep.
And we had a good time. We got a couple of good accounts while we were there. Didn't get laughed at too much. And
no.
Then,
we met one of the first witnesses to the Flatwoods Monster.
We did.
Right there, actually.
We did.
So that was a very, very cool. And then what happened after that was history.
The fireflies started blinking real bright outside the window after that tune.
Are you sure they're fireflies? No, I'm kidding. Joking.
So yeah, it's been a wild ride. To where we are now from where it started out, extremely humble.
Yeah.
And still very humble, very self-deprecating, and very thankful for you guys. 8 years, it's been a trip, and excited to see where this goes from here, especially with everything going on right now. Because regardless of what we get with disclosure, I don't think we're going to get the answers that we all are looking for. And so the search will continue.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then, if it does turn out to be exactly what we thought it was, we've always got the flute.
That's right.
Yeah.
Guys, I was going to let you know, like this, of course, galaxy behind me. Someone asked a couple weeks ago, because I remember I took a break away to work on my Iris Nebula image. Well, as we've been sitting here tonight, because people will probably notice I keep going this direction here, but I'm doing the post-processing and stacking the images now. So next week, I think it's what I'm going to start doing here. So for my background, I have my normal background, but when I have new images to put up, I think I'll start putting these up behind me for people to enjoy. And so next week, I will have my latest image up and hopefully folks will enjoy that.
Very nice. I dig it. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate each and every one of you all for being here week in and week out. Remember, next week, live, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Tell a friend.
Wild and Weird Radio.
Tell 3 friends. Bring 4 with you.
And it's going to be interesting. It'll be a fun conversation. It'll be a break from the everyday at bare minimum.
Oh, yeah.
And for that, we thank you. Yeah. Because we also need this break. We also need this step away from real life, so to speak, to kind of go over some stuff that we deeply enjoy and have a community with you guys where we can have this conversation about all of this strangeness. You're all awesome. We can't thank you enough.
Watch for the review episode.
Yes, watch for the review drop, and also keep an eye on the road. Our next appearance is going to be at the Mothman Festival. Oh, no. Carter County Bigfoot.
Well, technically, Kecksburg.
Well, that's you. Yeah.
Well,
so Wild and Weird Ron will be at Kecksburg. I'll be here with because my kid had a birthday on the same days. It's inconvenient, but I'm not going to miss the birthday parties. And so Ron will be in Kecksburg. So catch him up there. And I will be out on the road with Ron at Mothman Festival and Carter County Bigfoot Festival. And we will also be at Cryptid Con. So keep an eye on the road for us there. It's going to be a good time. And remember, regardless of what's coming or going down the pipeline with all of this disclosure stuff, you guys are the ones that have the final say. Yeah, that's about it. Nothing weird. But, stay wild and weird.